but my heart will always be with FAMU, and I'll be a Rattler forever. So going to a HBCU was a mind-blowing experience because I had already been that girl in grade school where it was like I'm one of a few black people in my class or something like that, because it's almost like if you're smart, or I guess if you're in the classes, the advanced classes, you really didn't see many people that looked like you. And even though I had the relaxer, the long hair, and looked like the Valley girl and everything, didn't have any tattoos or anything like that, of course, at that younger age. Even though I looked that way, I just knew I still was black. I still was different in that regard. I was always taught at a young age by my great grandmother, who's still living. She's 88 now. I was always taught by her at a young age that because of my race, I would have to work twice as hard, in school and stuff like that, just to stay a step ahead or on the same level as some of my counterparts. So that was always instilled in me. So I always knew, who I was and things like that, but it wasn't really a thing of pride for me yet. Like, I would always get happy, or not so much happy, but I just think back to when, like, now, my reaction now to someone asking me, like, the later years of me having my relaxer up till now, someone asking me, like, hey, what are you mixed with, and stuff like that. It used to be a thing when I was younger. Like, I thought that was something great for someone to ask me that, or make you feel special because you're pretty or your hair is a certain way, and so they associate that with you having to be mixed with something other than just being black. And so my thing is, once I got in a different mindset, I realized that wasn't really anything to brag about. Like, for someone to ask you what you're mixed with, like, I mean, honestly, I feel like everyone has a little bit of something in them, and whatever, whether it's some type of Indian or Native American, or some type of, island or something like that, which is great, it's fine. But, at the end of the day, if you're black, you are black. So my thing is, if someone asks me what I'm mixed with, now it's a thing of I feel insulted, kind of like that's not really a question I feel that should be asked, because we don't go up to other people in other races or ethnicities and just automatically say, hey, what are you mixed with? We associate them with whatever their general ethnicity is, and we just, keep it moving. We don't always make it a point to say, hey, well, your hair is really slick, so you must be this. Or if it's someone from another ethnicity who, most of them have or are known to have very slick hair, we don't say, well, this one has kinky hair, so they must be mixed with black or something like that. So I just think that's pretty stupid. And so this journey is also about getting back to my roots, literally. Like I said, relaxer for 12 years. I got tired of that. I didn't want to portray something that, is really not me. Like, I mean, I can fit in anywhere. I'm very educated. I can handle myself. I work in a corporate setting. Like I said, I'm 25, but I do have 1 degree. I'm working on my second, and I do work in data analytics. I'm the only black one on my team, the only female on my team, so very underrepresented when it comes to the IT-related type of healthcare settings, which is what I'm in. My master's program is healthcare informatics, so yeah, it's not a thing to where I can't hold my own or be all that, up on game in white America. Like, I know how to navigate the system, but at the same time, I want my outward to reflect more of what I feel inside. I feel prideful, like not arrogant, but prideful to be, African American or black or whatever you want to call it. I'm just proud of that. I have no shame about my roots or what I am or where I descended from or who I descended from. I have no shame of letting people see my roots and, you know, the kinks that grow up out of my hair. I think it's, or heads rather, I think it's beautiful. Just like I've seen so many people on YouTube with locks making videos. Like I said, shout out to you guys. You know who you are in the lock community, but just beautiful, very prideful, strong, all of that. So it's really inspirational, and I'm loving this journey because it is a thing of learning how to love yourself in your raw state, and just, you know, accepting that even when society doesn't say you're right or accept you, it doesn't mean that you're wrong. It just means that there are still some people who are going to judge you. I mean, even in your own race, you know, my own community, even my own family, you know, older family members that don't quite understand this, or they see what I used to be with the relaxed hair and the long hair and the little valley girl and all that. So that's really what they expect for me to be. But, you know, this is something that I wanted to do. I'm very happy that I'm doing it, and I'm excited just to share my journey, and hopefully there are people out there watching this video, if you watch it, and you have a similar journey, or you have similar thoughts. If you're thinking about locking or thinking about getting started, but you have qualms about maybe your hair texture or your, you know, current state of your hair. I didn't do a big chop or anything. I don't feel any less authentic because my journey is my own, and for me, it took a lot for me to get to this point of not walking around with a relaxer and, you know, my hair just flowing and just all that stuff, you know. So this is huge for me. Anyone who knows me knows that, and I know there's a lot of stereotypes and things like that, but it's not because I'm of a sexual orientation or because my hair was breaking too much or it was completely just disastrous. I mean, if you can get this from relaxed hair where I was at, you know, once I begun this process, then hey, like I said, my journey is different. I don't feel any less authentic. I have great family, great friends who love me, and my boyfriend, you know, he's been supportive. So yeah, and it's not about him or anybody else. It's about me and me looking in the mirror and loving what I see every day. And this has been amazing. So if you're watching, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully we can continue to share my journey together. And till next time, peace and locks.